Hello, my name is Pamela Ballard, and welcome to another segment of Community Talk. I'm the CEO for United Way of Enid in northwestern Oklahoma. It's my pleasure to have as my guest April Danahay. April Danahay is Vice President with Security National Bank, and she's also First Vice President for the Board for United Way. Thank you, April, for being here.
Thanks, Pam.
And you're a longtime advocate of United Way.
Yes.
So some of your history with United Way includes various positions.
Yes, I've been first vice president before and also president of the board, and also it's my privilege to be the chairman of the campaign in 2005.
Well, good. So that's a long time with United Way, and so we're very, very pleased to have you on board, and everyone knows that you're very involved in the community in a lot of different aspects. And so it's one of the reasons you're here today is talk about one of our other United Way agencies here in Enid that everyone's really familiar with, and that is CDSA, which is Community Development Support Association. They do a number of great programs already in our community, and they're getting ready to add yet another one, and that's something that you're going to be very involved with, and that is the diaper bank. And so for people who aren't familiar with that, there is a national network of diaper banks, something that's a great resource for a number of communities. And Sherry Azell is the executive director for CSA, and I think you're a board member, is that correct?
I'm a board member.
Yes. And so there are so many different ways that you're interconnected with this, just from a United Way aspect, a CDSA board member, and then your role with Security National Bank. But CDSA has set a very aggressive goal to open this diaper bank January 2nd and to have on hand 50,000 diapers and a great number of wipes, which is also very important for families who are in need. And so your role in this and what Security National Bank wants to do to help get this started, I want you to tell us a little bit about that.
Well, when we heard about the need for diapers in the Enid community, we weren't shocked, obviously, but we really wanted to jump in because that's part of who we are, and our culture at the bank is to find problems at the root of our community need and to step in and help. And so the diaper bank for CDSA just seemed to be a natural fit because we're a bank. But Security National Bank will be hosting the first drive to commit to the 50,000 diapers. Our goal is 15,000 diapers and 175 wipes in 6 weeks. We're going to start it September 2nd and end it October 7th. And we're going to call ours the S&B Busy Babies Diaper Bank. No child wet behind.
I like that.
That's right. It's very important. And so we'll start that. We're building our bank fronts now. And we're encouraging people to donate packaged diapers and wipes. It goes straight to the diaper bank, to our next door neighbor. Actually, CDSA is next to the bank downtown at 201 West Broadway. And then hopefully we'll get that bank started up. But when you do make a donation to the Busy Babies, S&B Busy Babies Diaper Bank, No Child Wet Behind, your name will be entered in for 2 seated tickets to the Junior Welfare League's gala, which is December 10th, and also a chance to win a $150 gift card from Security National Bank.
Oh my goodness. So can someone, because you have more than one location.
Right, it'll
so
be at
can
all
they
three.
do this at any of your other locations? And where are those locations?
We have 3 locations here in Enid: 201 West Main, 201 West Broadway, and 210 North Oakwood. And each location will be accepting donations, so you can lighten your load and make a deposit of some diapers.
Okay, so they can do diapers, or can they make also a monetary donation?
They can. If you choose to make a monetary donation, please make those checks out to CDSA Diaper Bank.
Okay, so I think still there is, some people just really aren't aware of the great need in our community, and they may be wondering, like, how did this come about? But for those of us who work a lot with human service needs, for us it's very real. And so diapers are incredibly expensive for anyone who hasn't had to purchase them in a long time. And so we see families who work maybe with our Parents as Teachers programs or even our preschools. And so families who are in need, these little kiddos, what happens is they will either wear the same diaper for way too long, which leads to diaper rashes or infections. They may go without diapers. It's really causes a great problem, and that just puts a lot of stress on both the parents. It puts a lot of stress on the babies, and so this really is something that our community is desperately needed. It's desperately in our community, and I really commend CDSA and the board for kind of like, I mean, I know the funds at CDSA has been cut, and so to take on another project like this, which is no small undertaking, is something to be commended.
One of the things that, of course, I as a board member and the bank is very astute to, we know about this, is that we do have a large poverty level here, unfortunately, in Garfield County. It's one of the highest in the state. And you're right, the stress that not being able to provide those basic needs for babies causes on families is tremendous. And it makes moms and dads and siblings feel terrible, and the baby could be unhealthy. But some of the things that CDSA has seen over the years has been people who actually have cut the diapers in half and dried them out and reused them. It's a very big need, and I'm thrilled that they've gotten behind this. As we all know, there has been some state cuts and some federal cuts, and one of the things that the diaper bank will be able to do, some of those early childhood screenings that parents as teachers has done, but in the rural setting here at CDSA here. And so they'll be coming in to get the diapers, and they'll monitor all those good things, and the Junior Welfare League is going to step in and create a good homey environment for some of the visual tests and things that CDSA has been able to do.
That is something great that you mentioned too, because this year CDSA, the diaper bank, is going to be the recipient, I believe, of the proceeds from the Junior Welfare League's fundraiser.
They picked 3, and CDSA's diaper bank has been thankfully chosen as one of the recipients from the gala proceeds. And so Ryan Zolodek has been working really hard on that. She met with us a couple of weeks ago, and we're thrilled to be able to say that they've chosen CDSA.
And one of the another way they're going to be help funding the Ronna Richards Memorial Fund. For anyone who doesn't know, Ronna was the executive assistant for United Way for a number of years, and her family has decided to make a contribution of $1,000 to also help fund that. So I really think I think CDSA is going to be able to meet their goal of 50,000 diapers, and the wipes. We don't want to leave that out too, because that's really a critical part of healthiness and cleanliness too, that's very much needed. So diapers and wipes to really get this started, I think is going to be critical.
That is true, and the need is going to continue. 50,000 will get them started, and then it really is finding out what is the need, what will the population come in for, and so there will be more drives. But Security National Bank is thrilled to be the pilot diaper bank, and hopefully others will jump on board. Our goal is 15,000 in 6 weeks, and then 175 packages of wipes. So we're hoping people will come in and make a deposit.
Yeah, I like that whole theme. I think something too we need to reiterate is a lot of times people will think, we were talking about United Way, or we're talking about the diaper bank, that this is for a certain group of people, and they'll say, it's like for those people or people in poverty. We've had some conversations lately about how it just takes one life event for someone to move from where they believe that they're very self-sufficient and they can take care of themselves to all of a sudden it's, oh my goodness, I really don't know how I'm going to be able to provide for my children. I don't know how I'm going to be able to purchase diapers or wipes or formula. And that's just all of a sudden they've lost their job, or they've had some kind of medical need, or a car wreck, something tragic in their lives occurs that they never anticipated. And so, I mean, it could be me, it could be someone else, and it just moves you from where you are able to take care of yourself to all of a sudden you need a service like this. I think that's important for all of us to remember, and I know you and Security National Bank and other corporate partners are really very good at stepping up in cases like this.
One of the things that really that I believe in, and I feel secure about saying that the bank also believes, is that it's really not a handout. It really is a hand up. And when someone needs a little bit of help, just to give them that extra security, saying, yes, I can provide this for my child. And they're really looking for sizes 1 through 5 on the diapers. Newborns don't stay in newborns very long,
right.
And hopefully they don't. And they're looking for sizes 1 through 5, and so we really feel like giving people a hand up is what United Way is all about, and it's really part of our culture at the bank.
Yeah. And I appreciate you mentioning the size as well,
right?
Because that's very important. While we will be servicing newborns, they won't be in that very long. So diaper sizes 1 through 5 will be the best. People have asked about, where's the best place to buy, and of course we do encourage people to buy local, but to get the most for your money, you might want to shop around just so we can provide the most diapers possible. And it will be a while before we can actually participate in the diaper network that's available, but I think getting it off to a good start, and Security National Bank setting a goal of providing over 30% of what the goal is, and I think the community is going to come behind that, and I don't think we'll have any trouble meeting that at all. So I appreciate what you're doing for CDSA. Certainly appreciate all that you're going to do for United Way. I think you're probably going to participate again in I'm not going to even mention it because I may put you on the spot about what you're going to do for the chili cook-off and the pumpkins, and that'll
we'll
be something
chili
else after the diaper bank
Sure.
drive.
Sure.
So, but anyway, thank you so much for being our guest.
Thank you.
If you have any questions about the diaper drive and Security National Bank, you can contact April Danahay. Your number, I'm sure, is probably going to be put up on the screen. But there are 3 drop-off points, downtown, Broadway, and then at Oakwood. You can actually drop off diapers, or you can make a cash donation, and the cash donation should be made out to CDSA and a memo for the diaper bank. And your name will be put in a drawing for tickets to the Junior Welfare League Gala, and also a $150 gift certificate. So thank you very much to our friends at Security National Bank for doing that. Also, if you have any questions at all about the programs, the CDSA or United Way, and want to participate, you may call our office at 580-237-0821 or email us at pballard@unitedwayenid.org. Thank you again, and thank you for joining us on Community Talk.
Hello, my name is Don Eck, and I'm the commander of the local DAV here in Enid. This chapter in Northwest Oklahoma, Chapter 66. We're located at 202 West Walnut here in Enid, or at the old Santa Fe Depot. I'm here tonight to talk to you about a few things that's going on in the chapter of the DAV and things that affect the veterans and their families as we go through our daily routines. First thing I'd like to go over is the claim process that the DAV does. We do it at free of charge. We have no grants from the federal government, the national government, the state or local governments. We run on donations only, donations given to gracious people like yourselves. The chapter is usually open between 9 and 1 on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. On Mondays, we try to do chapter business. So we may be in the office, but we really try not to do claims on that day. And Friday is usually open for appointments or outreach programs that we do out through the community. So if you are a veteran or a family member and you need some work done with the VA claim system, come by and see us. You can also be reached at 580-242-3808. And we do have 2 vans right now that transport veterans to medical appointments. And all you have to do is call the office and we'll set you up with the phone number that you need for the van in Oklahoma City and the local van. So as we go through, we we've got new programs that we're working on this year. We just had our elections in January, or in July, excuse me, in July, and in June of this year, we had our state conference. The elections at the chapter didn't change much, it basically stayed the same, but we took on a different aspect of what we're wanting to do. As a commander, I felt like we were trying to get away from doing so many claims. We like to spend more time with the veterans, get to know them, and help them out so we can articulate the right words that they need or may want to pass on to the VA to make sure that the claims are done correctly. One of these ways we're going to try to do that is in the outreach programs. We have several community area events that we're going to attend this year. Well, the newest or closest one right now would be the Sportsman and Outdoor event that's going to be out there at the fairgrounds on the 20th and 21st of this month. We will be there on Saturday and Sunday. We'll have a booth set up for information. We can answer your questions, help you out with problems, just a little bit of everything. Just, if you're out there, come by and see us. On the 18th of this month, we're going to be in Stillwater, Oklahoma. We're going to be from 5 to 7:30, going to be at the OSU Student Union. And we'll be conducting a military appreciation night there with the students and also surrounding veterans in the area. So if you're able to make it, the 18th is on, I think, a Thursday of this month, and it's from 5 to 7:30 at the OSU Student Union. We'd love to have you down there. Some of our other things we're going to be doing in the near future are going to be Cleo Springs Watermelon Festival. We did that last year. We have a great community out there that we have a great ties with right now. And they have a little parade out there, and we're going to be involved in that. And then we're going to have a booth set up where we'll have hats and T-shirts, and hopefully we have some other surprises. But that's on the 5th of September. So that's a good time to get out and enjoy some watermelon and get to see the people and the community. They've got all kinds of games planned. So it sounds like a real good fun thing. I know that on the upcoming other events we've got coming up in August, they'll actually be in September now, the Cherokee Strip. We're having a Cherokee Strip celebration here in Enid. On the 17th, the DAV will be involved with that. We'll be setting up a booth on the square. We'll have hats and T-shirts. And we're also going to be in the parade and have a good old time there. Always enjoy meeting the people and greeting with them. It's just a lot of fun. That's one of the other things. We're going to spend more time doing more fun. We're also going to be trying to do something towards the Woodward Festival. It's in late October. We're in negotiations with talking to several radio stations that's holding a fall festival out there in Woodward. And hopefully we'll be able to get out there and be able to meet and greet some of the veterans out there, answer some of their questions, and maybe even possibly file some claims for them out there. So remember, in Woodward, we'll be there in the latter part of October, we're hoping. In November, we always have our Golden Corral campaign. It's our annual thing, and that's going to be from the 1st to the 14th. Veterans Day is actually on the 11th, on a Friday. The Golden Corral has decided to serve the free veterans meal on the 14th of November, and we'll keep reminding you throughout the next few months that we'll be on the 14th, not on Veterans Day. It makes a little bit of a change and people get confused, but we'll make sure we get it all out there and everything. We do also, we put notifications on our websites. We also put some on a Facebook page. So if you're ever just looking for something to do or wanting to see what we're doing, we've got pictures on there. We've got articles on there that reflect the laws and the new things coming out in reference to the claims for the veterans and their families. The VA is really changing up a lot in the paperwork. We have to keep advised of that. We do that through our schools and stuff like that. So we're also doing a lot of good on that. We just got recertified. We got 5 members recertified this year. So we'll be able to help out the veterans and everything. One thing you may notice around town is in Golden Corral and Sirloin Stockade and a few other little businesses around town, we have what we call a donation box. And they're little boxes, square boxes. And we're just asking for donations, and all your donations received through these boxes go directly back to making sure the veterans and their families are taken care of in the area. We are also going to try to put some outside of Enid, but right now we're trying a new program, so we're waiting to see if the investment of that. The chapter's also decided to come up with a sponsorship program. We're going to have a sponsorship program that with new pamphlets and everything that we'll be bringing out to the community to help see if we can get some, receive some donations and on a help. Like I said, we don't get any federal, state, or local funding, so we're all on donations. And we don't like to spend a lot of time on the donation part because we like to spend all of our time helping out the veterans, but that's one of those necessary evils that you have to do to keep the doors open. So if you see one of the DAV representatives walking up with one of those brochures, just take the time and look at it and think about all the help that you can give the area veterans and their families. There's a lot going on in the Enid area lately, and with the summer and the wintertime coming around, we still rent out the depot for parties and stuff. Excuse me. And we want to make sure that you're aware of that. There is a new fee on that. It's $150, but you have it for the whole day. You got it from 12 to 12. It includes also a $150 cleaning deposit, and you'll get that back once we get the access key back and the depot is considered as clean as you got it. We encourage groups, small groups, large groups. We can hold up to about 100 people in there comfortably. It's got a full kitchen. It's got a refrigerator for you. All kinds of little amenities that other places don't have. We also have some outside planters and areas to sit outside. And a lot of people just like to come and sit in the park and when they're having a little get-together. So if you're interested in renting the depot or you know somebody that might be, I'm getting in contact with us and we're more than happy to help you out with that. As we were talking about the transportation, we have 2 transportation vans. Last year's, they moved over 1,400 veterans, go over 90,000 miles, and to veterans to their medical appointments. With that in mind, I've had 2 drivers that are basically doing it full time, and we're looking for anybody else that would like to donate some time to at least try to help get veterans to the appointments on time. So if you're interested or you think you might know somebody that's interested in volunteering as one of our drivers, we'd be more than happy to talk to you. You can give us a call at 580-242-3808, and you can talk to me or Don, or you can talk to Chris. One of us will be more than happy to talk to you about it. You know, as the summertime comes around, we have to watch out for the heat. There's a lot of problems with the heat. A lot of people getting sick and stuff. In the chapter, our local chapter, we've had several veterans that lately we've had to keep in our prayers. But we also want to know if there's people out there that need help, veterans and their families. If you have problems, if you need something, get in contact with us, and we'll see what we can do about getting you some help. If you know somebody that needs to file a claim, the only piece of paper that you need is a DD-214. That's your discharge papers. If you don't have that, that doesn't mean you can't come in and file a claim. It just makes it a little bit easier. If you don't have it, just come on in. We'll try to do what we can do to get you started on the process. A lot of the veterans around they're not aware of what we do, and we just want to make sure that they're aware that there is somebody out there for them. We lose over 20 veterans a day to suicide, and it needs to be told. So everybody's got to make sure that everybody's aware that there is help for them, and they will get help if they ask for it. Well, this is short and to the point, but I enjoy our meetings like this, and we really would enjoy you guys coming out and seeing us at the DAV. We always got coffee on. We always got something cooking in the kitchen. So if you ever get a chance, come down and see us. And thanks again. Have a good night.
Good afternoon. My name is Lisa Bland-Selix. I am Director at Senior Life Network in Oakwood Mall, and I want to welcome you to this version of today's Community Talk. And with me, I have my lovely friend, Linda Yock, who is a registered dietitian with Integris, and she's a certified diabetes educator, as well as a certified well coach. So she has quite a resume. And we are going to talk a little bit today about a fabulous program that we are going to have in the Enid area called the CDC National Diabetes Prevention Program. And so I'm going to turn it over to you, Linda, and just tell us a little bit about that program.
Okay, well, thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Well, this is a nationally recognized program that we were awarded grant money. The National Institute of Health has been doing studies on how can we prevent the development of type 2 diabetes, not only in Oklahoma.
It's an epidemic.
Right, all over the United States and the world, actually. So they have been developing some programs, and about 10 years ago, they had a lot of success with this evidence-based program that's a year-long program. And they're trying to get it out into the rural communities. And so through my national organization of diabetes educators, they were offering grant money that CDC awarded to them to offer the program in these rural communities to see if, yes, this does work in larger cities, can we duplicate the same in these rural communities? And so Integris applied for the grant and was awarded grant money. And last year we offered the program for employees only. And this year we're opening it up to the public because we had such awesome success.
Right.
And the employees loved it.
Well, so we hope that we are going to have 2 different sessions. If you're a member of Senior Life Network, you know we had it in the newsletter on the back page. But the first session is August 22nd, and we have a 10 o'clock session and we have a noon session. And all you have to do is call Senior Life Network, which is 234-6060, or call Linda's office, which I believe is 249-4104. Yes. And to register, and then that way, that'll get you signed up where if you're interested in the program, because there is a pre-test, correct?
Well, since we're part of a study, and this is grant money awarded, there's certain requirements for who we would allow into the program because this is still part of the study. And it is a year-long program, so it is a commitment, not only for the instructor.
Yes, we call it a lifestyle change program.
Yes. And so we will offer these different times. We're trying to get more people. We had, obviously working people that worked for Integris, but now we're trying
to have another time, August 25th, which is a Thursday, I believe, at 5:30 at the Integris Pavilion. So
actually, it's going to be at the Cardiovascular Institute.
Okay, that's right, at the Cardiovascular Institute. They're across from the main hospital, catty corner. So no one has an excuse not to attend this class because you've had some amazing results from people who have completed the program and who've kept up some of their requirements. So you might just kind of tell us a little bit about that.
Okay. Well, there's some stringent guidelines because they're obviously it's evidence-based, so it wasn't like you come for 6 weeks. It is a year-long program. We meet once a week for the first 6 months, and then we meet at least once a month for the last 6 months. And the people that were successful in the study through these 10 years lost 5 to 7% of their body weight and kept it off.
Right.
In these 10 years, and exercised, mainly walking, a total of 150 minutes a week. So we asked people that really would be committed to not only attending the classes, but also to make that commitment to improve healthy eating and exercising and learning how to problem solve and coping skills and some different things.
So it is just a total package for people who have been diagnosed pre-diabetic,
Right.
to come in and maybe stop the progression of the
Correct.
disease, which is fantastic. Right.
So yes, the numbers are just unbelievable. If this was like a medication that they would be taking to market to prevent diabetes, it would be on the news, it would be everywhere. And
it's great because it's not a medication, it's behavior. So that's awesome.
So the people that were younger than 60 had a 58% reduction. They did not go on to develop type 2 diabetes within 10 years if they maintained that 5 to 7% weight loss and continued to exercise 150 minutes a week. If they were over 60, they had a 71% reduction. So we're really trying to target some of that's why we're offering it at 10 a.m. and then at noon, maybe for working people. Right. We do want to get at least 6, minimum of 6. We have to be careful not to get too many or too few because we really learn off of each other. It's 1 hour.
Right.
It's not so much learning, it's really kind of problem solving and clearing up misinformation. So we're called lifestyle coaches instead of a healthcare professional.
Right.
Because we really want to help people make the changes that I think deep in their hearts they want to make, but they're just really struggling with life and making these changes.
Right, and that's where you're so great because just like we've talked about before, people know what to eat, they know the behaviors to do, but to get to them on that individual level and find that motivation and what really helps them to get to that point. And that's where Linda is so great because she really works on relationships and trying to get to know the patients so that she can really help them make these changes. And it's just it sounds like an amazing program.
Well, and it is. And we have to keep statistics since we're part of this grant and show, that we had attendance greater than 80%. And that we did have our participants on the average lose 5% and that they were exercising. We're trying to become a recognized program through the CDC. So in 2018, when Medicare starts to pay for the prevention program, Integris will be ready because we're already have 2 years worth of data.
Oh, well, that's great.
So
we are very fortunate to have that program in Enid. Where did they do this? Some other larger areas?
Oh Lord, all over California. I mean, just every state.
But mainly larger.
Right. And so now Norman Regional and Integris are the only 2 hospitals in the whole state who offer the prevention program. There's some Indian clinics, a couple of Indian clinics,
right.
But just
so we're
regular
really,
healthcare
you're really
systems.
lucky to have this, and so we hope that people will come out and take advantage of Linda's expertise and the knowledge that they've out of this program, and to really help them make a difference because it is one of the biggest problems in our state, is it not?
Yes. Any of these behaviors that if we ignore, if someone's diagnosed with prediabetes and they don't take any action to make any changes, in 2 years, there's almost 100% chance that they will go on to develop type 2 diabetes.
Right, and I don't think a lot of people realize either how devastating diabetes can be to their health. It's so common and a lot of people have it, but I don't think they realize. Can you share some of maybe a few things just to kind of get that point home to people that it is pretty important?
Right. I always tell participants that in our diabetes classes that, no one likes anything forced upon themselves.
Right.
No one wants to be told, okay, you have diabetes, now you need to change what you eat, you need to start walking every day, you need to start taking these medications, and then you need to prick your finger. And so there's all these things that come into having the proper management of diabetes to be successful. And it can be managed, but it's work. It is work. So if it goes unmanaged, if people just kind of bury their heads, there are some consequences to that, and
Right.
we want to try to prevent that, because I don't think anybody wakes up in the morning and says, hey, I'm just going to eat Oreos all day and see how many cigarettes I can smoke. I truly believe in their heart they start out wanting
Right.
to really take care of themselves, but there's barriers and
Right. Well, and
issues.
to have a just a behavior. This is changing, maybe making a few dietary changes, making some activity additions in your day, and to do that and to have that kind of results without
Right.
medication is a fantastic benefit. So, is there anything else you'd like to add about it?
I just hope people will take advantage of this opportunity.
Again, you can get a hold of Linda at 580-249-4104. She is at the Integris Pavilion. You can also call Senior Life Network if you have questions. It's 580-234-6060. And we are in Oakwood Mall if anybody has any questions. And I'd just like to thank you, Linda, for coming and talking about this fabulous program. And I really hope that people will take advantage of the benefit of this course. And I want to thank you all for tuning in for today's version of Community Talk, and I hope you have a fantastic, healthy day.